Welcome back to Caitlin's Corner. Today I'm doing November's Plan With Me. How is this a thing already? I do not know. I am really excited though to show you what I've got going on because there's a lot of spreads to go through this month, more than usual, and there's a really good variety of pages. So whether you want some school pages or life pages or even some Christmas spreads, oh my goodness, yes, I said Christmas, then you are going to really enjoy this plan with me. Many of these pages were also requests that you guys sent in via Instagram, which by the way, if you're not following me already, shameless plug, go follow me at Caitlin Marie De Silva because every Monday on Instagram stories, I do #Planner Monday and it's always a fun time. So you don't want to miss out on all of that. That being said, let's dive into the first two pages. This first page is a cover page for the month of November. A cover page was requested by an Instagram follower, so thank you so much. Basically, I just did a fall tree using my Tombow in the color 026. It will be linked down below. I also added some fall leaves that I think are so cute, and right next to this page I did my month at a glance. Nothing too crazy going on here. I carried the leaves from the cover page over to the month at a glance just to give it a little bit more fall sparkle. I don't even know what fall sparkle means, but this apparently is it. And let's move on to the next two pages where I've got my monthly tracker. Once again, I'm only tracking a handful of things: hydration, meditation, 5-minute journal. This is a new one. I just got the 5-minute journal for all of my gratitude logging. If you want to see me do a video on this or talk more about it, then let me know. And I also have a little tracker for reading, some arrows going on, which you guys know how much I love my arrows. And then right to the page beside the tracker, I have a weekly spending tracker. I decided to fake fill in this one so you can see how I'm going to be using this throughout the month. This month, I feel like I need to relearn how I'm spending my money. So that's why I'm doing a tracker rather than a budget. Next month, I might do a budget once I kind of get an idea of where my money has been going recently. But this is gonna be like a learning opportunity. And basically how it's gonna work is I'm gonna keep track every week of what I spend on food, clothing and beauty, and other. And then at the end of the week, I'll add up the totals for each category and visually put it into a pie graph. I'm really excited to be doing this system for the next month because I think it's gonna really show me trends in my spending habits. And it also gets me a little bit more mindful of my money right before the holiday season, which we all know is mucho expensive. The next two pages are an exam planner and a quotes page. I opted for a timeline style exam planner, exam study planner. And basically I just filled up the top one here so you can kind of see how I'm going to use it. Is I write the date of the exam or the midterm. Right below it, I write the estimated time to study. So for this class, I think it's gonna take 2 weeks. And then there's a timeline where I can fill it out and kind of come up with the strategy for how I'm going to get everything done and when I'm gonna get everything done. For example, in the first 7 days, I'll be reviewing lectures and reviewing notes. And then in the last 7 days, I'll be practicing questions, reviewing assignments, doing overview, studying, that sort of thing. It's a very simple idea, but I really do like timelines because it just makes me feel better to know that I've thought about when things are going to happen, not just what things I need to do. To the right, I have a quote from Oprah, and this is a quote that just really struck a chord with me. It was in a video I watched this week with her and Dr. Brené Brown. I will link it down below. And we're moving on to some video ideas that I've planned out. The first one being a de-stress re-energized routine and the other being a wardrobe essentials video. Let me know by answering the poll on the screen whether or not you'd be interested in seeing one or both of these videos. I think the de-stress re-energized routine especially will be relevant for midterm season, which I know many of you are in or are about to be in. I have to warn you, these next spreads are about to get a little bit more festive because ho, 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 it's Christmas. I'm a little shocked that it's already time for this, but I really love these pages. The first one is a page for tracking online Christmas orders. It's a chart with a section for writing the date that you ordered an item, whether or not it's shipped, whether or not it's arrived, the store you ordered from, and what the item or items actually were. And then to the right, I did a Christmas shopping list page where I can write down the family, friends, and other people that I have to shop for this year. If any of you would be interested in seeing a full video on Christmas spreads and or Christmas printables, let me know. The color I used here was 228. And I don't know, I really loved how these two turned out. That tree and this laptop are just too cute. And then of course, we gotta finish it off with a weekly spread. A common theme in the requests I had for weekly spreads was to create a weekly spread where you could do lots of writing and fit lots of information. So that was kind of what I tried to do with this one. Each day of the week has its own mini block, and that's where I intend to put any events, or if it's someone's birthday, I can do a fun little doodle. So you can get a little bit creative with that section. And then right beside each block is a section for writing out actual major plans or to-do lists, anything of that nature. For my meal planner, I'm trying something new and putting it in the middle of my page. For most days of the week, there's a section for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm super curious to see how this ends up working out. And in general, I'm really liking this weekly spread because I think it's really simple to put together, but it still looks visually appealing.
I am a very appealing person.
That concludes November's plan with me. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below which page was your favorite this month, and I will see all of you very soon with a new video. Until then, bye everyone.